What is going on, YouTube people? Neo Cards and Comics here, and you might be asking yourself, why is there just stacks of random cards in an empty Topps composite blaster box sitting in front of us on the camera today? Well, so I ordered 4 blasters of Topps composite when they went up on Fanatics. I just wanted to see what the retail release of this product was going to be like. I got them. I set up all to record. Started recording, started talking, started ripping. And to be quite frank, it's just not that interesting of a product. I didn't think the video was very entertaining. So we're just going to talk about Topps Composite Football after the fact. It's the retail version of this product is a good product if, and there's a huge if here, if you want to go on a nostalgia trip down days of fantasy football teams past, it is great for that. If you have kids that, and I think I heard Cage talk about this on one of his videos. If you have kids and you want to kind of walk them down memory lane of like great players from the 90s and the early 2000s, and you want a fun, cheap rip that has a, a bunch of refractors and shiny stuff and chrome cards with the chance of, getting a Stroud or a Brady or, some of that other nonsense, perfect for that. Outside of those two things, it's not good. I'll just leave it at that. So I opened up 4 blasters. I did not hit a ton of rookies. Probably my 3 best cards were a base, I know, Stroud Topps Chrome Black, this pink refractor Tom Brady, which actually I think looks pretty good, and this Prism Topps Chrome refractor. Now, this product is much better than basketball. I continue to say it. I do think that this is a better product than basketball. That being said, neither product is for me. I will be putting these products behind me. This is the final thing that I will be doing with it. I still have my Topps Chrome hobby box that I need to sell. But yeah, these were probably my 3 best pulls. Like I said, if you want to have a let's take a walk down like fantasy team memory lane, here's some of my refractors and inserts that I pulled. We got a Kurt Warner there, a Donovan McNabb, Steven Davis, Hines Ward. God, did I hate. As a Browns fan, I cannot stand this guy. One of my most hated players. A Barry Sanders. Who do we got here? Kellen Winslow, Bo Jackson, Doug Williams, the Gronk, Barry Foster, Howie Long. There's a Sean Alexander Midnight, Wayne Corbett, Emmitt Smith. I will say I really like the design of these cards. They're very clean. This is the foil version of what I assume is like a Topps Heritage knockoff. I'm not 100% sure. We got another Barry Sanders negative refractor there. Revis. There's an Eddie George, a Peyton Manning Prism from Resurgence, Warren Moon, Anthony Munoz. Once again, another, kind of really like the design of these. It's a nice looking Zach Thomas. And an Adrian Peterson. And then this is just all base nonsense there. So, if that's your goal for it, go with God and rip, to your heart's little content. That is not necessarily my goal for ripping this product. Well, my goal for this product was just to get a feel for it and see what it was all about. But, the hobby boxes, obviously, with the 3 guaranteed autos, give you a little bit more juice on the chase. Because there's at least a shot that you got of pulling something pretty decent. I don't know what the odds of pulling an auto out of one of these blasters are. I like the idea of this product, not the unlicensed nature of it, but just in general, a mix, mishmash nature of a football product. But that being said, once they get licenses, I don't know that this product exists in this form because Topps Finest is going to be its own release. Topps Chrome is going to be its own release. Topps Chrome Black is going to be its own release. I don't know about like Midnight and Heritage and the Resurgence and stuff like that. Maybe not the case. Maybe that stuff stays in a product like this. It is nice to see. Like, I really like Topps Chrome Black just from a design standpoint. And to me, this is one of the better looking unlicensed cards for Stroud. If I was going after a Stroud auto, it would be the Topps Chrome Black auto, because they just did well picking that image. You know, these three in particular, I think look, you know, as well as they possibly could for unlicensed. It's a little tricky to tell. You could tell a little bit there on the Bryce Young, but the way that the helmets are shot, it doesn't stand out that it's one big complete logoless party. So I get it from that standpoint a little bit, but just generally speaking, not for me. So if you had kids or you want to have a fun walk down memory lane, like I said, I think it's a perfectly fine product for that. I was just curious. I think these are going for about $5 or $6 raw. This Prism Refractor of Bryce Young is going for, I think, $6 or $7. So nothing crazy there. No idea on the Tom Brady. I did not look that one up. So is there some value in the singles? I guess. I just don't see that holding. There's just going to be too much competition for product on the licensed and unlicensed side of things, with Panini having the ability to put out player cards for the rookies. It's not like, now the autos are a little bit of a different story, and you can wrap Victor into this conversation as well, Wemby. The pop counts for Wemby specifically they're already astronomical, and now you throw all this Topps Chrome nonsense into the mix, and it's going to be a whole other, it's just going to be crazy. The pop counts on Wemby stuff is going to be insane. Now, how many of that population people actually care about? That's the tricky part. That's the part that if you could figure that out, you're set. But that's the part that's hard to do. What of these cards are actually have the potential to outlast their counterparts? Now, a lot of that pop count is going to be filled up with base nonsense and things that probably shouldn't be graded in the first place, but needless to say, you have a lot of options out there for Wemby rookies, Stroud rookies, AR-15 rookies, Will Levis, I guess, if you care. And that's going to be tough waters to navigate. Now, we'll see what they do. We're probably going to get another release of this stuff. There's another football release coming, and we're probably going to get a release next year. They already teased 2024 Topps Chrome football. There was the Caleb Williams image that was at Fanatics Fest that they're doing that has the same design of 2024 baseball with the black border at the top and then the fade to white and the neon logos and stuff like that. So I think that could potentially be a little interesting for autos. Once again, I think Caleb Williams is a Fanatics exclusive if he ends up hitting. Now, the one thing, too, with that product is we're going to know if any of those guys take off. I'll be curious to see what they do with NBA for the next NBA release, because this past NBA draft class sucked. Well, on paper, we don't know. They haven't played a game yet, but there is little to no hype around the players from this class. So if you release a product, especially unlicensed, what is that going to look like? Because the chase for the rookies is not going to be that great unless someone comes out gangbusters and surprises. So you're going to have to load it up with good vet autos to chase, and even that is going to be a little bit of a stretch. You know, you'll have LeBron in there again, but another unlicensed LeBron card 2 years in a row. An unlicensed Victor second year card. That gets a little tricky. I think they're going to have this year was easy mode with Topps Chrome basketball. They could basically just spit that thing out and everyone's going to buy it because of Wemby autos. But next year, or this upcoming, the 2024 release of that product is going to be a lot trickier. Now, the following year, next year's draft, this upcoming draft that hasn't happened yet, that's 8 months away, it is supposed to be loaded. That's the Cooper Flag class and a bunch of other guys. And I would think by the time that version of Chrome basketball comes out, they would have the license. So the Cooper Flag rookie class might be our first one with licensed rookie players. I'm not 100% sure on that. The timing's kind of weird, and everyone's being a little bit vague on when all that stuff goes down. But we'll have to wait and see. So that is my composite football rip experience for you all. Curious for your thoughts and comments. As always, we'll catch you on the next one. Peace.